Welcome to the Pink Lady Posse podcast, Women Who Refuse to Disappear. You are either creating your life or living one you inherited. Friction management. It matters because breakthrough is your way out of drift. See the drag? Return to say, let's go. Pink Lady Posse did not begin as a strategy. It began because I healed faster than I expected. I had saved time after my knee replacement, time to rest, recover, slow down, and then I got well faster than I thought. And I remember thinking, I need a posse, because all women need a posse. I mean, who wants to go it alone? So I did what women like us do. I took action. One small event led to an introduction. One introduction led to another. An artist shared her work with me. The .com was available. The social handles were available in every platform. I remember staring at the screen thinking, well, let's go. And we did. 50 members, then 100, then 300, now 400. And then an author that I respect gave me her book and said, let's give it to all of the Pink Lady Posse members. It felt like doors were opening faster than I could even knock. Not because I had a 5-year plan, but because something was aligned. Last November, I stood on a TEDx stage. 30 years on my bucket list. My daughters and my husband were in the audience. It was so precious having their support. It felt like a reveal. And then the next day, I was walking to the shuttle bus at the Hertz rental car place. And in front of what seemed like 100 strangers, I just fell flat on the asphalt. There's my daughter looking on. My husband comes over and a man's trying to help me and they're lifting me. I could not stand up. My body said what I had once said in rehab, I can't do it. Not dramatic, just real. And then I saw it. The stage wasn't the only reveal. The asphalt was too. Because friction doesn't disappear when you succeed. It can change shape. Friction doesn't disappear when you succeed. It changes shape. Well, the day came when my TEDx talk was on YouTube where it lives. And when I got home, I saw it in my inbox and I waited for a minute and then I watched it. And here's something I haven't said publicly. I didn't share it widely, not with excitement, not the way you'd expect after a 30-year dream. Why? Because it wasn't perfect. You could tell I was nervous. The tone of my voice didn't even sound like myself. And there was a moment my mouth went so dry, I could not speak a word. My favorite part of the whole talk, I didn't even get to say it. Right there, that's friction. Excellence becoming delay. Sharpening becoming postponing. Waiting until it's perfect before you let it be seen. I've been leading Pink Lady Posse for years. Freedom, living our best life. But I started noticing something different. Some of the women I speak to aren't disappearing. They're overperforming. They're perfecting. They're refining. They're learning one more thing. They're saying yes to one more responsibility. They're in motion without choice. That is friction. Friction is anything that puts drag on your becoming. Friction is anything that puts drag on your becoming. And it shows up in three main ways: curbs, wobbles, and grinders. Let's name those right where they live. Curbs, external interference. These are structural drags. They are outside. They're that age box that says 50 and up. 4 decades in one checkbox? That's a curb. There are comments like, you look great for your age. Or you're such an inspiration. Why would anyone start something at your age? They're the subtle signs that your relevance seems to have an expiration date. And sometimes curbs make you say, I can't, even when your knees are ready, even when your body is capable. Your brain hesitates. That's not weakness. That's friction. Okay, wobbles. These are your internal destabilizers. They're quieter. Wobbles can sound like this. Is this all there is? Am I enough? What is wrong with me? They look like writing your Tuesday list: hearing aids, mammogram, rehab, 100% maintenance, 0% confetti. On the outside, competent. On the inside, unfinished. That's a wobble. Grinders. Grinders are chronic erosion. Grinders are slow. Years of expectation. Years of compliance. It's trading what if for oh well. It's not applying, not speaking, not starting. It's believing the whisper. I'll never forget the moment when I said this to myself. I feel like I've gone backstage in a life I used to star in. I've gone backstage in a life I used to star in. And until you see friction, you don't have choice over it. Every day I say this to myself. I have a say in how my life goes. Say is not volume, it's authority. It's that internal place that decides. Remember when your mother would say, because I said so, that's why. Said so. That was authority, not negotiation, not perfection, decision. Somewhere along the way, high functioning women replaced their say with preparation, perfection, performance, what other people think. Friction is anything that pulls you out of your say. Let's say that again. Friction is anything that pulls you out of your say. So, see the drag, return to your say. See the drag, return to your say. Now, this podcast episode alone is a pivot point. And I noticed it's so easy to remain the same. That ease, it's friction too. And I saw it. And once I saw it, I wanted more. More for me, more for you, for all women. And Pink Lady Posse is evolving from aging with attitude and sparkles to women 50 plus who refuse to disappear. Today starts our knowing. We have a say in how this goes. See the drag? Return to your say. See the drag? Return to say. There was something in my TEDx talk I didn't get to say. Remember my dry mouth? I could not utter another word. So I'm going to say it now. And here's what I wanted to deliver on that TEDx stage. I may look harmless, just a vibrant, big pink glasses wearing woman, but oh no, there's fire under these frames. You are braver than they told you, bolder than they expected, and far too alive to be flattened into a checkbox that says 50 and up. We're not aging out. We're showing up when we say so. We need to stop acting like we're lucky to be invited to the party. We are the party when we say so. This is not a midlife crisis. It's a rule-breaking, truth-telling rebellion, not war paint, lipstick. So here's what I'll say for all of us. Wear sequins or sweatpants. Speak softly or shake the table. But whatever you do, do not go quietly. Be a reveal, because you are not done. You are becoming until your very last breath. The second half isn't a decline, it's a reveal when you say so. And now I know something more that I didn't know when I delivered that TEDx talk. You don't get to live the reveal if friction is still running the show. See the drag? Return to your say. Ta-da!
If you're a woman who refuses to disappear, share this with someone who needs it. And if you're building rooms for women ready to name their friction and reclaim their say, invite Sandy to speak.
Thanks for tuning in to Pink Lady Posse Podcast, where women go from what now to what's next. Come join us at pinkladyposse.com, where we share community, resources, and tools to support your next beautiful chapter. With love, light, and a little lipstick. See you next time.